Yep, so far so good for FlipSid. That Sorry, a little bit of a banter here in the chat. Kind of distracting. But yeah, so far, really good showing by both teams. It's very close. I felt like that game was a lot of just kind of feeling each other out, figuring out how they were going to play, especially, for Complain to get a bit of an idea for how FlipSide's going to go and figure out, okay, how are they going to play with this different teammate? I think Complain knows what to expect out of a usual FlipSide, which is scary enough.
Yep, and the shots and saves on both sides very similar. So the opportunities were there for both teams, and like you were saying, it does seem like they were feeling them out. So this next match, it seems like it could go to either team.
Absolutely, and it's really going to come down to which team has figured out their opponent, and I think, I don't know yet. I didn't see a very clear win, despite the fact that FlipSide did technically win. It wasn't like a dominant win or anything like that. It was, hey, we managed to get one more goal than you. But if this game was maybe another minute longer, maybe it wouldn't have been that way. Yeah,
absolutely.
Exactly.
Yeah, neither one of these teams really being dominant thus far against each other. And a great save there by all of you, preventing that early goal.
Absolutely. And it's hard to be dominant against either of these teams because they are both very good. And it's just a matter of FlipSide could save there, keeps it out of the corner. But it's just very hard to figure out.
Oh, and Yemen finishing that off. That was an interesting play there. You could see that Markey going on. Yemen denying the clear and going for the shot right there. So doing it all, putting his team up 1-0 early.
Yeah, very nice shot, too. He puts it down low so it rebounds in that little empty space in front of the defenders. So he didn't just send it into the net, which could have been stopped. Instead, he rebounds it off the floor and causes the ball to go a little too high for anybody to get to. So, really smart play.
Absolutely, and you can see Cooks here trying to do a little bit of defense there as FlipSide in general trying to just get the ball out of their zone and start generating some opportunities to score.
Yeah, if Complain can find their rhythm here, then I certainly think that they could take out FlipSide here just because it's not their usual squad.
Yeah, it's definitely an opportunity for Complain. I mean, I'd much rather play FlipSide without Mike Rules.
Oh.
And Markey scoring that.
Yeah, the fewer on FlipSide, the better, but still, you got to deal with Markey doing that. Look at this nice long-distance shot. Just right on point, floats it over everybody on defense. Nobody could get to it. I think that was just about as clean of a shot as it gets.
So one thing that you saw Markey do there that was really good was he waited to hit the ball until it just bounced off the ground. So when you do that, you can actually get a lot more power on it as opposed to hitting it just before it hits. You'll do a very weak shot. But if you let it bounce and then you hit it when it's on its way up, you can get a lot of power. And he did that there, and it turned into a goal.
Yeah, it's very smart. It can also be very helpful to get control. You get a better idea of how that ball is going to bounce off the floor. Instead of trying to play it off the front of your cars, it's coming off the wall. It could hit a weird angle. So it's just really smart play on both those counts. Absolutely.
And we can see now Complain coming back with a vengeance, keeping this ball in the zone. But Markey coming out of nowhere, putting this ball into the mid. Aliu's got an open net, but he's not able to finish, and Yemen clears the ball.
Yeah, that was a nice little bit of a setup. I think maybe if Kuxier was able to get to it, it could have been a little on point, just to kind of follow up on that second rebound.
Oh, but Kuxier denying that shot. X3MW wanted to finish that ball off. And Kuxier setting up Markey for a shot from the mid. Markey, oh my gosh, what a play! We have to go bird's eye for this. Markey to Kuxier, to Markey again. Ball never touching the ground. Kuxier flip and redirects it. What a play. That is some high-level play right there. I would not be surprised to see that as a GIF or a GIF on Reddit tomorrow or tonight even. That was a great play.
Yeah, it does not get much better than that. Just a little bit of a redirect off the ground like that completely throws the defense off because they expect it to go one way. Kuxier sends it the other way, and that just went right in. FlipSide looking to be in very good shape in this game so far.
Yep, we're going to go on board with Aliu on FlipSide Tactics just so we can see how he plays. And unfortunately, it didn't turn out very well, and he just turtles in shame as Yemen finishes that goal. So a great
Played
pass
that
by
ball.
Dudu, though. A great pass by Dudu, putting that ball right in front of net for Yemen. So phenomenal play. And now it's all tied up. Could go either way at this point.
Yeah, so far it's very even game, really, for both these teams, and I'm I guess a little bit surprised that it's so even. I thought that Complain might have a bit of a stronger showing since FlipSid not playing with Mike rules, but
But, I mean, what do
know,
you do against that play? Like, oh, no, Dudu coming in and finishing off that mistake right there. Ball just floating right out in front of net. You can see Yemen doing a great job getting there. Cooks are not able to get a ball or a hit to redirect, and Dudu just finishes it off, doing a good job finishing that layup, putting his side up 3-2. But what can you do? I mean, even if you're complaining, like you were saying, Cooksier and Markey, that play there where they never let that ball touch the ground, passing to each other, that was deadly. I mean,
yeah.
even 2v3, they would probably beat me, you know, like my whole team. They're scary.
Oh yeah, I mean, there are certainly some teams that can pull that off, no doubt. Cooksier gets demolished though on that, which could have opened the gate up, but the thing with demolitions is while they're a great strategy to use, regardless of whether it's a goalie or a defender or somebody on offense, you have to be able to react quickly on that. So if you're going to take somebody out, you got to be able to make a play on the net right away, because you only get a few seconds where it's 2v3. So you know,
it has to be at the right time. Like there's not much leeway to make it work. If you're not able to take advantage of that right away, then yeah, you're right. It's not gonna pay off.
And speaking of which, that's a good example of it. X3MW gets taken out, and immediately a shot gets put on net. It didn't actually go in, but the fact that they actually made a play right away is exactly what you need to do.
Oh, Cooks, you're off the wall, so deadly. Markey trying to work with it, not able to do so. As Complain plays some good defense and is preventing that ball from going in, but still not able to get the clear just yet.
Yeah, it's looking pretty good here for FlipSid in terms of just keeping the ball in the orange side.
Wow, off
trying
the
to set
wall.
some stuff up. That's a good one.
Oh, Yemen.
The follow-up.
Yemen doing an awesome job of getting that ball out. But look at FlipSid off the wall here, just preventing this ball from getting out of the orange zone. But Dudu able to get a hit, but still Cooksier denying that clear. They're doing everything they can. There's only about 10 seconds left. FlipSid has to score right now if they want to take this game.
They need it right now. And speaking of which, here comes Cooksier, tries to set something up. They're very good at 0-second play.
Oh, the ball
usually.
Still...
Oh.
All right, and that's it. Complain leveling the series 1-1. So we've got a good series here so far. One in favor of Complain, one in favor of FlipSid in this best-of-5 series. So both teams have to win at least 3 games to move on. So evened up. I mean, with Mike not being here, it seems like Complain has a chance at taking this.
They do. It certainly throws off the rhythm for FlipSid to figure out, okay, how are we going to do our typical strategy? What exactly are we going to pull off here to try and turn this around? And